So UPS just dropped off this box. And inside, I have a little treat. I have a Pulsar inline performance module. So we're going to go ahead and install this. So the Pulsar is actually going to replace a couple things that I have. I previously put the pedal commander on there, and then after I put the pedal commander, one of you fine folk asked me, said, "Hey, did you try the AFE Scorcher?" And I was like, I didn't even know about the Scorcher. So the Scorcher is a chip that's similar to this, but not as advanced. The pedal commander only does throttle response, where the Scorcher does throttle response. It's supposed to give you a little bit of horsepower, and I think that's pretty much it. This does a whole bunch of stuff, including taking care of the oversized tires and the throttle response. It's supposed to give me 30 horsepower, and it has different economy mode, sport mode. I think it's got like 4 or 5 modes. So the cool thing about that is this normally retails for, I think, I want to say it's between $600 and $700. I got it on eBay, open box from the factory. It was opened, and I don't know if it was sent back. It says it was never installed, but it does come with a 90-day warranty. So, so I got it for about $100 more than I paid for the pedal commander, which the pedal commander's been on here a while, but I decided to try something different because someone asked me to. And when I called them back, due to the COVID-19 epidemic that we have, they were not accepting returns. But I was only 3 weeks into my 30-day return period, so they allowed me to do it when they were accepting returns again. So I'm going to send this back tomorrow. This works great, and if that's all you're looking for, it's fantastic. This is really fantastic. This is supposed to do a lot more. So I figured, why not do that? Because by the time I send this back and get my money back, I have, for the tire calibration, I have the Rough Country tire calibrator, speedometer calibrator, which I just returned to stock. This, this was 130. I'll probably sell it for like 100. So it's going to be a wash. That's coming back automatically. I just got to sell this, but it really, for the price, I think it's a win-win. Plus, I drive a lot, and after I put all this stuff on my vehicle, my gas mileage just dropped. Now, it's not a super huge problem because I don't pay for my gas, but I hate stopping. So I still, plus the company, I don't want to milk the company out of every little bit they got. So it's nice just to get a little better. Anytime you can do better on anything, it's worth doing better. So yeah, and the cool thing about this is you can do the a buddy of mine put it in his. He put the JL one on his, and it works fine on the Gladiator. This one's actually for the Gladiator. I don't know that there's really a big deal, but they do have different part numbers. So we're going to open this up right now. Let's see. I had it upside down. So here we go. We got some, of course we got some little stickers so you can do some bragging. And there's some warnings, module, trail cow, whatever, I don't know what this is. Some other stuff, and we got the directions. I'm trying to keep up with this stuff. Here's the directions that we are going to look at, and then the Pulsar module. So this bad boy, I'll show you in just a second. Let me put this stuff down. Let's take a look. Take a look and see exactly how this works. So we're going to pop the hood. I have not planned for any of this whatsoever. We're going to do it. We're going to figure it out right now. I did watch it install on another vehicle, and I did watch it install, I think, on a JL, which is very similar, but I'm doing one for myself. So this is the crap, I left the directions over here. So that is the, I think it's a PCM or the PCE, but it's basically, it's the brain. So rather than the old school way, which was the other way you can do is you can send this out, and they'll send you one and reprogrammed, and then after they send you one, you send yours back and it's programmed. The problem with that is if you take it in the dealer, they're going to know. Whereas this, I can uninstall it real quick if I have to go to the dealer, and that could prove to be a pain in the butt if something big happens, but whatever. So we're going to look into the directions real quick, and I'm pretty sure the first thing is going to be to disconnect the battery.
So what you're saying is this could void your warranty?
As far as they say, it does not void your warranty. And some dealers are cool, some dealers aren't. So worst case scenario is you take it off. The thing is, how this works is you unplug these two plugs right here. They just unplug, you pull them off, then you take these bolts out, you pull them out. We're gonna put this on there, put the bolts back in, and this plugs into the plug of this, and then the actual plugs that go to the Jeep itself plug into this. So this is just sort of piggybacking on top of the controller, and because it's the brain controller goes out to the vehicle. As it comes through here, it gets changed like a vortex of information. So we're gonna.
You're retarded.
My camera girl just called me retarded.
Slow. I meant slow.
So over here, you'll see I'm gonna disconnect the battery real quick. Disconnect the positive lead. Take that off, move it over here so it doesn't. What I don't want to do is I don't want it to fall back onto the vehicle while I don't want it to fall back and make contact. So I'm going to get something to keep that back. We don't want any kind of problems. So if you look right here, I'm just going to take a rag, I'm going to cover the positive, so if it does fall back, I can just set it right on top. We don't have to worry about it touching. So we're safe there, okay? That was step one. Now, ECM, I keep wanting to say it wrong. So we're going to locate the vehicle's ECM. We're going to use a flat-headed screwdriver to press the lever locks on the connectors towards the ECM. So, I don't know what the hell that means. You see the lever lock. It's these right here. So I need to get a flathead screwdriver, like I did not do. So I got one of my better screwdrivers because you never know when you need to unscrew something around a corner. So we're going to push this. I think it pushed this in, and that just that was easy. I don't even understand that. Well, that doesn't seem right. I think I just did that wrong. So let's push that back in. So, might be looking at the wrong thing here. Yeah. So it's down here. Oh, it's down here. You want to come over here, babe? I was just taking apart the whole plug. That's smart. Okay, so I've heard people break these, so I'm not a complete idiot because I'm not an idiot that's alone. So right here, we're gonna push that in. See how that pushes down and it gets out of the way? So we're gonna push this down. I don't know if you can see. So, can you see it?
I'm trying to see it.
So we're gonna push this down. I'm gonna push this down and I'm gonna lift the lever up. My hand's gonna get in the way. I can't help it. I don't have a glass hand. All right. So I push that up and I unplug it. And I think this is gonna allow me to there you go, right there. Okay. And that just it's crap in the way. So alright, so that just came right out. That was pretty easy. Now I'll do the next one. I'll push down. Okay, so I got a ladder so I could get closer. So I'm gonna push this in. Put right where that mark is. Maybe. And then pull the lock up. And then we can just sort of pry it off. There you go. Both of those plugs are off. They're color coded. You can't screw it up unless you're colorblind. All right, so now.
A lot of people are.
Okay, well, they don't move very far, so you shouldn't have a problem. Use the 10mm wrench to loosen and remove the 3 screws that fasten the ECM. So we have one here.
You want to show that?
Huh?
I can't see it.
Oh,
You
okay.
want
So I got one screw. Let me see, it's hard to see. I got one screw right there. We're going to take this screw out. Then we got one screw here and one down below. So I'm going to take those out real quick. 10 millimeter wrench. Now this screw right here, I see there's a ground cable on there. It's got a grounding strap. So you got to remember to put the grounding strap back on. Very important. Things are grounded. I'm not sure what that grounding strap's about. I guess just grounding the unit. I said unit. Take that off, set this down, and you can see right here there's a grounding strap. I don't know if you can see it. There's a grounding strap. It's gonna go. We're gonna put that back on when we're done. And I got one here. I mean, we're almost halfway done, so I'd say it's pretty easy. Probably the harder part's gonna be figuring out how to do the programming, but even that, from what I see, it doesn't look very difficult. Two. There's one more. There's a, what the heck? I'm looking at this thing. There's some kind of weird plug. Trying to make sure I got the right thing here. I mean, that's. So there's like a little thing that piggybacks on that just holds the wires. So I'm gonna. Looks like that might be the hardest part of everything. Nice. Really just can't get in there. Okay, so that bolt, where in the hell does that come from? Looks like that comes from the back or something. That is some kind of rivet. So I don't know what the hell that's about. So what we're going to do, this says remove the 3 screws that fasten it, but clearly there's only 2. I don't know if this was a change, because that is right there. I can see the butt end of it, and it is a rivet that's in this plate. See how these nuts are kind of riveted on. That is very similar. So we're not gonna worry about it. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna take, it says orient the pulsar and the ECM is shown. So this is just going to plug in. I have heard that this is a little bit of a pain in the butt with some of these lines, AC lines or something. About to find out. So I'm just getting this in place. And this. I'm gonna rotate this down until I get it right where I need it. hitting this daggum hose right here. So we are gonna, there we go. We're gonna run the hose right inside, I think, because it shouldn't matter. Now I got some screws in here. So I give you some screws. Obviously this has been changed because, as I just got done saying, one of them is a rivet that is in there and we're just gonna not use it. So it's gonna be two of these. So we're gonna take this, dump this out right here. Give you a little tool. Alright, so tool, got a washer, a lock washer, we got a nut. Okay. So we're gonna stick
Finger in the camera. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so let me read this again.
You should read it out loud because it's boring.
Use a 10mm wrench to loosen and remove three screws that fasten the ECM to the mount. Then carefully remove the ECM. Set the ground cable side and out of the way. It will be reattached later in installation. Okay. It says place the stock screws into a Ziploc bag. Orient the pulsar on the ECM as shown right here in this picture, which basically what I just did. It says align and insert the pulsar's bottom side connectors with the ECM connectors, which is what we did. We plugged it in. While on flashers, apply enough pressure to fully seat the connector. So that's a problem. I have to, so I'm not going to, according to them, it's going to be, you have to, you have to push in pretty hard. And I can't get the ECM off because, like I said, it is freaking attached to something that does not come off. So, what am I to do? That's an issue. I don't know why it is, but nothing's ever easy. Anybody ever notice that? Pull this thing again. I mean, this one ain't easy coming out. So. So that is the problem. It's this bottom screw.
You might want to show them that because I'm not sure I'm showing them.
Okay, so let me show you. This bottom screw, where's it at? Right there. Okay, see that? Right there. I'm trying to get in focus. Alright. Damn it. Right there. That bottom screw goes out the other side. But the problem is, out the other side. Damn it. Out the other side. Right here, you see on the other side of that, it's flat. And it's a pressed rivet. It's not.
It's like a nut.
Well, it ain't coming out. Maybe I can remove this tank. I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
I'm trying to move some cables out of my way because these stupid directions. Oh, God. They're not good. Not in this sense. Something changed. I can't get that off. Let me get a tool. Got out of the shower and I don't want to get in the shower.
Do you take it off from the other side?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get these wire looms connectors off so I can get at it. Just not a lot of room to work. Jeep was really fighting for space, it would appear. Damn! Difficult.
What if you just unscrewed it from here?
That's what I'm trying to do.
This?
Trying to get my room. No, I can't. It has to go with that one. I'm getting a leg cramp because I got something in my knee here. Back's hurting. Feeling old trying to do this right now.
It's moving.
I know, but it's not moving quick enough. It's a good reminder that I need washer float. Keep smearing bugs all over the place. You suck.
I just thought you was taking this plate off of there.
No, I'm trying to take the bottle out of the way. It's a pretty handy tool right here. One of the better tools I've bought in a while. Okay, so this is not letting me do a damn thing.
It's hooked right there.
I don't think the bottle's hooked.
Well, I mean,
what the hell? What, are you afraid someone's gonna steal the damn bottle? See, that's not, it's not. It's a rivet. There's no way to get on it to turn it. Just bending crap. Besides my screwdriver. See right there, I can't. I'm trying to take this mounting plate out right now. It's not really what I want to do. At least I can get the overall, it's still not that hard of a process. It's just more involved than they lead you to believe. And I probably could just put it on right there, but it says to really push hard to get those connections, and what I don't want to do is start the vehicle up and have it wig out, because it ain't right. There's so much shit attached to it.
It's bolted over here too.
Huh?
Oh, you're taking that off?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, just crap everywhere. There's all these wire looms are just super in love with. And they're trying to make it look tidy. And I just screwed that up, so whatever.
It just slides off, right?
Yeah, it probably just slides off. It does now, that's for sure.
Well, that way somebody else will know.
Yeah, so that apparently just comes right off. I sort of forced it, but it didn't break it, I think. So this whole backing plate is what I'm trying to get off, because it's attached to the ECM that I cannot get off of the backing plate. So I'm going to have to probably modify the ECM a little bit. Maybe not. I might be able to just turn it until it comes off, the nut, or the bolt, I mean. Put the two pieces together and put it back on the same way. Which is probably what it's going to take. Which isn't that bad. But again, more than I was led to believe. So, you know, the problem with all this crap is knowing where to put stuff back, so you get this nice, clean factory install. So this is coming off. We about got it. Got another stupid thing here. These things, I have other ones that if I was wanting to go find it, I'd go get the better one, but they're great. You can get them on Amazon for about $5. I think I got like 3 or 4 different sizes, and they're used for interior and this kind of stuff. So, 2 more over here. Real difficult to get to, but no, they're just plastic. And in the end, if you don't get it back together perfectly, it's not going to kill anything, and you can use one of my favorite tools in the world, a zip tie. So, just going to pop this off. Okay, so I think I got it. So now I got it. Holy boy. Okay, so as you can see, that the 3 bolts that this thing is supposed to, they tell you, is you take this, you'll see that it's supposed to mount tan to tan, gray to gray. You got one connector here, and one there, but the bolt can't go through because there seems to be crap in the way. But now that I have it off, I can see that there's a nut. I couldn't see that from up there. And this is why it's good to watch dum-dums like Evolving Male figure these things out.
Because it actually does come off.
Right, it actually does come off. And I wouldn't have known that doing it that way. It's just, honestly, I couldn't see it.
Wear your glasses.
Huh?
Wear your glasses.
Maybe that would have helped. I have contacts in, so
Well,
like reading up close.
Well, if you have, I'm saying if you have harder time seeing, put your glasses
So
on.
this is gonna, that comes off. All right, we're gonna set this down. Nice little place. Now there is this bracket, so we're gonna find out. I didn't see anything about that bracket, so let's read the directions. So it says to push those pieces down. Says supply bracket. It says firmly yet carefully attach the ECM connectors to the pulsar. That's pushing it back together. Connect the gray connector first while holding it down, then the brown connector after necessary. And so afterwards, if necessary, cut the zip tie holding the brown connector harness for more leeway. So I'm looking at this thing, and I don't see where this is telling me to use these brackets. This is a pretty substantial bracket. For the life of me, I don't. I guess. Oh, it's pretty weird. I might. I'm kind of tempted to just use the new bracket because it's sweet looking, right? Look at this thing, and this is aluminum. Right there, I'm saving half a pound probably. I don't know what I'm missing out on. I'm trying to figure that out. This will go like that. This will go like that. We're gonna take this. That don't even make any damn sense. I'm trying to line up holes and see. See, none of the holes. That one. And it should go in there because that was right, that connected like that. So this should be the way that they're telling you to use this thing. But the holes, and right here it says JT and JL. So it's telling me, I mean, there's not a chance in hell that bracket's going to work.
What's a Gladiator?
Gladiator's a JT, right? And the JL is the regular Jeep. So I don't even know. I don't even see. This does not even. It doesn't anywhere in this book that I see. Okay. Okay, because of spacing differences, the Pulsar module is aligned differently to the bracket in the 2020 Wrangler and Gladiator models, using different mounting holes. Only step 18 and the note after are different because of this change. All the other steps are the same. Okay, so the JT, it says if I use this, it would be this hole and this slot. So I'm trying to figure that out. So to be fair, so this hole, that slot, and even that doesn't really work. And I don't like that at all. We're going to use the factory.
They probably don't have complaints because people just go with their factory.
Yeah. Or, I mean, there's possible that it's just, there's something very different. So, did you hear that click? Nice hard click. I couldn't do that inside the vehicle. Nice hard click there. Click, click, clickety clack. So that's clicked in place pretty good right now. Really good. I couldn't get that. I couldn't get the force. Couldn't get the force. So the problem is that, right? So I don't know. So what we are going to do here is I'm going to take I could take a little grinder and grind that out, or I could just be a caveman and just shove this out, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to knock it with a hammer. It's going to knock it right out. I'll be right back. trying to support this in just the way. I'm not putting a lot of tension on anything that doesn't need to be bent. And that's very difficult to do. Very difficult to do. I need to get something to support this right here. I'll be right back. And I bent it, which is not what I was trying to do. Really don't have a die grinder to pull this off. Hoping. That is not working. This thing is solid as a rock. Except for me bending it. So I've got to get a grinder and grind that off. Because that's how my luck rolls. Hot. Get a wrench and get right back. Just gonna get it out. So I chewed it up a little bit because I don't have a nice, pretty little die grinder handy. I got a million of them at work, but I can't even get the paint open. So I'm gonna shoot this thing up a little bit. let it dry for a second. Pick up my lid. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put this thing together outside so I can make sure that it's nice and tight. So I got my holes right there. Take it. Right there. Drop this one through here, and yep, I am lost that way. That's right through the hole that I just opened up. Hopefully enough. Hole's a little boogered up. I could drill it out, but it's not enough to hurt it. And that was the problem. That had that stud. That was just like it was more like a rivet going through it, and I couldn't perform the installation the way they say to do it. Take this back.
Dang it. Just put my fingers in front of it again.
Here. I'm actually trying to remember.
Do we really cut? Yes.
I had that one strap, and I think this strap, I have some other bolts that can go on here. I think for the, let me see, the tank. Trying to remember. If nothing else, I'll take it up here and go up there. I'm not going to worry about it right now because I want to get this tightened up outside of the vehicle so I know that it's together correctly. And see, there's nuts already built into this thing. They give you nuts to use, but I don't need them except for that one that I just cut the hole through, or cut the stud out. So that goes right in there. And then this other one, right in that hole. Nice long thread. And I'm still seated down really well. So anyway, if you're planning on doing this, now you know that you are in for a little bit of a pain. I would say get a small die grinder rather than a giant 4.5 inch cutoff wheel. But at least I had a cutoff wheel handy and not just a grinding wheel, because the grinding wheel would have done damage a lot. The cutting wheel at least bends. Flexes nice and tight. Nice and tight. Now on this bottom one, we're going to go ahead and put a supplied washer, lock washer, and that nut on there. Okay. Grab. Come on, tighten up. Okay, you'll love it when stuff does not want to work. Here we have it, the ECM unit. You'll notice that it is nice and tight. Everything's snapped in well. We have the two holes that fit in perfectly because you got built-in nuts on the back. and then we have the one that we had to put a, modify. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop this back in, put everything back together. That's pretty much it. Now it's just a matter of putting it back together, which is what it was supposed to be according to the directions, but wasn't according to the directions. So now I'm gonna drop this in. This is probably going to be a pain in the ass, because it's not going to want to fit, because that's how life works. And I once put a alternator in a Saturn, one of them old first edition Saturns, and it wouldn't fit. I had to take the motor out to do it. Well, I wasn't in the position to take the motor out, and I was doing the job for a, literally I did the job for a, she was going to give me 50 bucks and some lasagna. I spent 5.5 hours doing an alternator. It was horrible. It was in the back. And when I finally got it loose, I couldn't get it up and I couldn't get it down. It would not fit out. So I stood on top of the engine and I just finally, I yanked, and it was only about a 16th where it was hitting, but no matter how I turned it, I couldn't get it out. Something on the engine bay gave and I pulled it out. When I went to put the other one back in, it was the same thing. It wouldn't go in. And I actually had to stand on it and jump on it and push it in. It was awesome. It was awesome. I'm so thrilled about the whole thing. But that's what happens when you do someone a favor. So there was this one screw down here that was way down here in the bottom. And I wasn't really thinking about how the heck I was going to get it back together. It actually goes into the plastic right here. So I really can't get in there too well. I'm going to go get another of my favorite little tools. It's going to allow me to do it. I love these little things because these little tools are so handy when you're screwing around doing stuff. These are great for taking off the doors or whatever. If I can get this thing open, it's just a cheap little Cobalt kit. I had an older one, but I broke the ratchet because I got crazy on it. So I bought a new one. They don't even sell the older one. The older one had more pieces in it than this one does, but it's still pretty cool. It has a bunch of little stuff. It's perfect for getting in places. Tiny little thing here. It's perfect for getting in something small like this, where our big old ratchet's going to be really hard to deal with. And this goes into the plastic, so it's quite invisible to just find it. And I gotta sort of fish around, use the force a little bit. There we go. I got lucky. It's going. I think it's going. I spoke too soon. It's right there. My hand's in a little spot where it doesn't want to turn. Yeah, it's going. It's been chewed into the plastic. Yeah, almost like a wood screw. So it's not exactly something you could turn by hand. It's not even something I can see. Oh, crap. I don't know if I can even get to it.
Does it require a smaller hand?
No, it just requires a lot of patience. Oh, I can't. I'm able to turn it very little bit with my fingers. It is actually going in. Problem is I can't find it when I'm down here. There it is. Come on, little chicken monkey.
Get on there.
Oh, pain. I'm gonna fall down. It's weird. Like I can find it with one hand, but I can't find it with the other hand. Very odd. Well, I'm lying. Now I can't find it with either hand. Where the heck? And it was easier getting off because I didn't have the ECM attached. And now I've got everything on there, and it's quite a bit further out because of that contraption. God, dizzy. Well, in the words of Christopher Columbus, that'll do. We're here. I'm not doing any more. So I'm gonna put this back on here. This one here. I've got another. That one, I think I got one over here too. Yeah, this one right here. This one. Everything's in the freaking way. Seriously, everything is just in the way. Hell is in my way. Some kind of wire loom everywhere.
There it is.
Okay. 10 right here. It was rocking out. The sound effects. Okay, that's on. So now, one of the questions I got is I've got this mounting, this strap. So what I'm going to do is, it was supposed to go over here, but I couldn't, had everything apart down there. So I could put it right there. I'm going to take a flat washer. I'm going to take a lock washer. I'm going to take this nut, put it right on top of there. Why is that not working? It's working a minute ago. Tighten up. So it's, instead of being on the front side, it's on the back side. It won't know the difference. And we are grounded. So now I've got a loom that needs to go in this hole. I'm pretty anal. I like to try to get stuff right back how it goes. Hope to God I never have to take this thing into the dealer. Because I will have forgotten this whole thing. I'll do a video of how to take it apart.
Did you call the dealer?
About what?
You said they say it won't void it.
No, the company. But Trail Dash, which is I think owned by Superchips, I think owns them, and they've been doing stuff in the aftermarket world for a long time, and a lot of people are buying this stuff. And
so why can't you just call the dealer and ask? You don't have to tell them who you are.
That's true. Because part of me doesn't want to know, I guess. But
it might save you some time.
Yeah, if it comes to it, it'd be definitely the way to go. So I got that on there. I've got two little looms I need to get back. This one. So this one right here is, I don't know if it's going to go back, because I think the thing that I attach it to is no longer, that's no longer with us. So in order to get that one on there, it'll be a little tricky. It's not going to matter. That there, this one there, slide this back in place. Everything's back in place. Now I just got to get the connectors. You want to come over here, baby? You see? So I'm moving this crap out of the way. So now I need to, please. This is a bit of a struggle, I will say. So push it in there. Nice and tight, and we're gonna give it a wiggle. I'm gonna try to open it back up, and the lock is doing its job. It's locked in place. Same thing with this. We're gonna push it in. We're gonna slowly. We're gonna push, not getting crazy and putting pressure on there and breaking anything. So that is together. Everything's together. Do a final check to see if I got anything out of the way.
What's that?
This is when I installed the AFE. I just never cut them off. I say that I'm anal, but then I didn't cut them off. It's crazy how you're like that sometimes with some stuff. But anyway, I'll do that eventually. That's what I said last time. So we got all this stuff right here. They give you some zip ties and crap, and I'm not really sure why. I don't see anything that's in the way or that looks like it's going to hurt anything. So I think we're good. There's nothing. Oh yeah, I do have one extra part. Where did this go? I have an extra part, people. Where did that come from? Oh, you know what? That was one of the original bolts. Remember, I didn't use the original bolts on the other ones. So it's good. So technically, I don't have any extra parts, which makes me feel a whole lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and put these things back in this bag, because it's always nice to have spare parts when you're rigging something up and you don't have the proper hardware. You go looking through all your old Jeep stuff and you find out, hey, I had some extra hardware. And then I gotta put the battery back on, and then we're gonna look at the directions before we start it back up. I'm actually gonna look at the directions before we put the battery back on. I think it's probably smart. Why is that? Why does that not want to go in here? So, alright. So looking at. Alright, so we're going to put it back in. This thing says you take off the you can take off the air filter if you're having trouble with it. I don't have that air filter anymore. Okay, so replace the ECM Pulsar module into the engine bay and line up the Pulsar bolt holes. We did all that. Insert the remaining provided bolts and tighten the bolts. Use the Allen wrench until snug. Reconnect the negative battery terminal. I took off the positive battery terminal. Whatever. I wasn't worried about losing the. Wasn't worried about losing the clock or anything, because if I do, I do. But it has a secondary battery that I believe that's attached to. It's under here, the little.
So are you saying undo the negative?
Well, it says undo the negative.
Right. A nice dent.
Sorry. Somebody hurt her car yesterday on her birthday. Poor camera girl. She hurt her car. We got to get it fixed. Put a nice little dent in it. Parked right next to a pole, kind of in the grass, and she decided, felt like it was kind of squishy, and she didn't want to squish into the pole. And as she started to pull away, she squished into the pole, dented it. So it had about $1,200 worth of damage. Gotta get fixed.
Or more.
Okay, so now
I'll say that way if it's less, I feel better. There's the cat probably that walks on my car.
we got everything back together. I'm looking for some directions on how we work this thing. Kind of weird. Okay. It goes straight from put the battery back together to how to work it. So it says Pulsar power levels are navigated using the right side steering wheel button. Refer to the information below to better understand how these buttons are utilized. So level up, going up a level is resume. Okay, so those are JK controls, sorry. So there's something with the brake pedal. So you change how you're going to do stuff with the brake pedal. So we're going to put this down. We're going to go inside. So, sorry, Babu. So it says, okay. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to read this. It says, accelerator pedal controls. The accelerator pedal position is used to change the tire size and axle ratio values. When prompted to adjust the value display on the dash, push the pedal downward or upward to decrease or increase the value. Okay. So changing power levels. Step 1, place the ignition into the run position or start the engine. So we're just gonna put it in run position. Alright. Using the left steering wheel button, enter the menu as shown below. So of course I got the steering wheel jacked up. So, yep, I don't understand. I guess I'm going to start it. Hold on a second. Pause real quick. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and see what the actual ratio is because I'm curious. So I press it all the way in, and then I'm going to hit plus 573. So I wish. Oh, wait. So 573. I have 273, so I'm going to let off the pedal slowly. Now it says 4. Keep letting off. If I let off all the way, it goes to 273, which is what I have. So I'm going to hit plus. I gotta change each thing. Slowly push it down until I hit 7. It's crazy. Hit plus, and then let off till it hits 3. So you're using the pedal like a mouse, kind of. And then, so the next one up is.
It said program. That didn't mean like.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably screwed it up. So I'm going to hold cancel down. 3, 4, 5. Now, okay, so that's exercise. So now let's go to the next one. We want tire size. I don't know where tire size is. Oh, it's right there, tire size. Okay, so adjusting the tire size. If you have begun the process of starting on this page, turn your whatever back to run, hold cancel 5 seconds. So now both tire size and actual ratio can be skipped by selecting no for no. So I'm going to say turn that off, no. Adjust to no. Tire size all the way down to the floor. We're going to hit yes, hit plus. Size in English. No, I want metric. Crap. English metric. Yes. And I have 2. Nope. Back up. Crap, back up. 270. 285. Hold on. Go down. I'm pressing the pedal.
A little bit.
So let me see.
It's hard because it's.
Yeah, I'll take it. So yeah, it's difficult to do this because it's bright. So oh boy. Okay, 270. I'm pressing the pedal a little bit further. I'm at 280. Now we're gonna hit the set plus, and now it's 285. It's right where I want it. Hit the set plus, and then I'm letting off. Oh, I got 7. I hit the set plus. 75. Hit the set plus, and then rim size. We're going. Oh, I gotta go to I got 18-inch wheels, so I hit plus and hold the pedal down until I get to an 8. It's pretty crazy how this works. So 285, 75, R18, axle ratio no, and we're going to go program yes. We're going to go ahead and hit program. It's programming it, and we're going to let it program. It says cruise FCW unavailable. I don't know what that means, but we'll get to that later. All right, it's still programming, and I don't know if it's still programming or not. It says turn the key off. We're going to turn the key off, and then we are going to start. All right, so we started it, and let's see. So now, if I'm driving and I go to audio, and I go. I'm trying to remember what I did here. So I'm on stock right now. So you want to close the door? Go for a ride. And I'm going to run out here and make sure I got the right tire size, because I think I did, because I forget sometimes. Yeah, I did. I get confused. So, all right, right now we're in stock. So what's really cool about this system is I can change power levels just driving down the road. Right? So
What you want me to video? Just...
Yeah, but just... So now I'm stock, and I'm going to go up. There's economy. I don't know what the difference is, and I'll get some of this. I'll get some more of this tomorrow while I'm driving on the highway. I got about a 40-minute commute into Orlando. So now there's tow. I hit that economy. Huh? Did you feel that?
Mm-hmm. Thought you did it with the brake or something.
So I'm going to go here. We're going to get going. And I'm going to just kind of power along at about 10 miles an hour. And I'm going to go from economy about 15 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour. Economy, I'm going to go up, button right here, into tow, and it kind of takes off. Now I'm going to go into like sport mode or whatever, performance. So.
Hey.
Went to 25.
Neighbors.
25 miles an hour.
It don't matter. They hear something loud. They think you're going fast.
Girl with the fast car.
I go slow through here.
All right, so I'm going to go out on the road here. We're going to do a couple tests. I'm going to put it back down to stock. We're going to take off. Let's see if we can feel a difference. We're going to take off from stock. Here's stock. There we go. Sounds like a lot, but that's just the air intake. So now we're going to go into performance mode. Let's try it. It does feel a little bit better, right? You feel it?
Performance feels better.
Yeah, it's a little bit quicker.
Feels way different.
So if I take it back into stock, it just instantly and then economy kind of does the same thing. So I'll tell you that it's most likely going to be on performance half the time. Actually, when I'm driving down the road, what I'm really curious is in all the modes if I'll get better gas mileage regardless of what mode I'm in. Obviously, when you got your foot through the floorboard, you know you're not gonna get good economy. But just in that mode driving, I suspect it'll get better because I'm kind of hurting the environment a little bit because I'm not. It all has to do with where the firing. So what is changing is where it's firing. I know I did it the other day and it tilted it. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't see it on there until I played it back. It was small. I don't know that it's more responsive than it was with the pedal commander. I think the pedal commander was a little bit more responsive, or not responsive. I could dial it up so when you touched it, it was touchy. And there were times when I would hit it and almost run into somebody because it kind of takes off a little bit more than you think it's going to. But so far, hey, best part is I just did all that and it's working. But aside from that, it does feel a little bit. Feels like it's got a little something. And especially when I buy this on eBay and I saved $200, $250 because it's an open box, never installed. They have a bunch of them on there. They come out of Utah, Ogden or something like that. Utah, which I suspect is where the Trail Dash is making them. But they're selling them on eBay instead of their site, which is probably a smart thing to do. You don't want to totally cannibalize your sales. But it's got a 90-day warranty. That's what matters. So it feels pretty good. I'll get a little bit better feel of it tomorrow. It'll be dark, but we'll be able to see the dash as we drive down the road, and we see what kind of economy I'm getting and all that. So far, so good. So keep watching, and we'll see. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so I got it on cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, and I'm doing 80, and I'm going up a little grade right now, so I'm getting 12 miles an hour, 12 miles per gallon. I mean. I don't know that I'm on economy mode right now, and I don't know that it's 17. Now if I take it, I'm going to go take it down here to the audio. I'm on economy, so I'll take it to performance mode. Maybe I gotta hit cancel and stock performance. Okay, and then I'll turn the cruise control back on. Go back up. The performance mode. Yeah, 17. I don't really see a difference in the fuel economy. I mean, maybe a couple miles to gallon better, but I'm not sure which way the wind's blowing right now. I'm in Florida, so flat ground, wind makes a huge difference. But I'm at 74, so let me take it back up to 76. And throttles up a little bit. And I'm at 16, 17, 16, 17. So it seems like maybe if I drove around with it in economy, maybe I'll get more gains at low speeds. I mean, at high speeds, I am just sort of like a drag. You know, it's a wall essentially. And with the gear on the rack and that kind of stuff and weight, it makes a huge difference. But 1876 isn't too bad right here. So we'll try it out a little longer, and I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Okay, so I'm on my way home, and a quick recap as I'm doing. I got the cruise control set at 75. I'm in economy mode right now, and I'm getting, well, I was getting 18 and messed up. So economy, if these people would stop braking, at 75 miles an hour. That's not too bad. Let's see. Well, I can't do 80. Let's see if I can take her up to 80. And I'm not doing 80. Yeah. It's not going to do it. I'm doing about 75, 76. I'm getting 18. Now, if I take it off cruise control right, crashing some right there, and then I come over here and I put it on the radio. I come back here and I go up. That's tow mode. Up again, performance. Now I got it on performance, and then go back to that page, and I'm going to put it back on cruise control at 74, 75 miles an hour. And I'm in performance now. And I'm going up a slight grade, but it did drop it down. Dropped me down a couple miles an hour. So it does look, it's going to be a little bit different. So it does look like that the chip worked. It is more responsive. It's probably going to stay in performance mode unless I get to where I'm towing something or I'm on a long trip, and I'll put it in stock, or if I want to save gas. I'm pretty lucky I don't pay for gas, so it really doesn't matter. But I hate stopping for gas. I wish there was like a mobile, like one of the things that fly up next to a plane or underneath a plane or above a plane or whatever, and refuel it. I wish I had those for cars while you're driving on the road, because I hate stopping. Anyway, so it does look like the chip worked, and pretty happy with it. The pedal commander did offer me a little bit more responsive on the pedal. So if that's what you're after, I would stick with the pedal commander, because it was better. It did get a little crazy when you all the way up to the top of the line, but if you stayed 2 or 3 away from the very top, I liked it. It was nice. But this is pretty good. So and it has the modes. I like being able to change it on the fly. Change the axle ratio, change the tire size, change the tpms for how much air is too low and all that. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, hope you liked the install on that. It was a little tricky, but
But you know, maybe your Jeep is different. I don't know. Apparently, there's differences. Maybe it depends on when they manufacture date is different. They got a different part or something. I still don't know what that. Still don't know how I would ever use that bracket. It was cool. I'll find a way to use that bracket. I'll attach something to the Jeep to use the bracket. You better believe me. But anyway, thanks for checking me out. As always, please hit like and subscribe. Make your subscriptions public, because there's always that chance you can win some merchandise. And we have a merchandise coming soon where you can get an Evolving Mail shirt. We got some shirts coming out for 4th of July as well, or shirts or hats or stickers. We're gonna have something. So stay tuned and keep coming back, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.